everybody, this is Buckray, and this is my video review of Forza 4, obviously on the 360 here. Now, for those of you that have played Forza 3, you're going to know what to expect coming into 4 here. I mean, you're going to get a game with, tons of cars, the best cars, all the cars you want to drive. I think there's over 500. The exception to that would be the Porsche. Unfortunately, EA has held back the rights to Porsche for Forza 4. So you won't find any Porsches in the game, but there is a company, a German company named Roof, who actually customizes and tunes up Porsches over in Germany. And they're actually considered an independent manufacturer, and Forza 4 got the rights to them. So there is a couple of Roofs in here. They're basically, they look just like Porsches. I think there's only like 2 of them though, unfortunately. But for those of you that want to get your Porsche fix, at least you got something out there. But the other main features of Forza 4, obviously, besides the racing and the tracks and things like that, is the customization. The auction house, is a huge part of Forza, and obviously, again, in Forza 4 here, people creating their own designs and things like that. I mean, it definitely adds just countless extra hours to the game. Now, as far as the controls and handling are concerned, those of you that played Forza 3, I mean, that game handled and controlled awesome. I mean, I never had any problems with the cars or anything like that, the way they felt. But the Forza 4 here has taken just a step up from that. They've added what seems to be a lot more weight to the cars. So when you're going into turns and things like that, using that handbrake, it just feels like you definitely have more control over the car. Which is awesome, of course. And one thing that Turn 10 does, is their attention to detail, of course. And like with this Shelby here, I added a supercharger to it, and I bring it out on the track, and I can actually hear that supercharger humming, which is awesome. Because a lot of games out there, you add things like that, and of course the car will go faster and stuff, but it sounds exactly the same. And I mean, you redo the exhaust in this game, like I said, add supercharger, turbo, whatever you want, you're going to hear the difference. And I think that's what, definitely puts this game apart from a lot of racers out there, is the attention to detail, obviously. One thing Forza 4 rather does really good is the sense of speed. It's just, when you're sitting there playing, racing a car, that can go up to 200 miles an hour, and you zoom down in over the hood or the camera angle right in front of the car, I mean, the sense of speed is incredible. It definitely builds up some tension, of course, when you're going around turns and things like that, just because it feels like you're moving so fast. It just realism, like, I've never gone 200 miles miles an hour in a car, but I imagine if I did, it would feel a lot like that. Things are just coming up on you so fast. And they definitely capture that here in Forza 4, for sure. And of course, with Top Gear being integrated into the game, I mean, it definitely brings another level of realism. And it's pretty cool to, they've even got a Top Gear showroom that you can put your cars into. It just, like I said, just adds another realism to the game, and another reason why this game goes the extra mile to make it realistic. I just wanted to show you real quick the menus here, to give you an idea exactly what everything you can do. Of course, on career mode, this is where you're going to go race with your world tours and events and things like that. And of course, this is your cars. Come in here and look at all your cars. And of course, this is where you're going to buy them from all the different manufacturers. And of course, take photo and change your home space there. The background, change it up a little bit. Of course, upgrade. Now you can go into quick upgrade and actually say I wanted to get this to an R3 800. All I gotta do is just go into here and it'll tell me exactly what it's going to do, how it's going to move it up, and how much it's going to cost for me to get it done. Which is pretty cool, because if you don't want to get in depth in the upgrades and stuff like that, in here with going in here and singly upgrading everything, if you don't know too much about cars, all you can do is go into the quick upgrade and just pay a certain amount of money and get it upgraded exactly where you want it, which is pretty cool. And you got the tune set up here where you can go in and basically fiddle with anything you want on the car. It's really deep, really cool. All the car nuts are going to love that. Of course, benchmark, and then test drive, and then you can actually buy tuning setups. And of course, paint. A lot of creativity, can be done in here. A lot of creative people are going to spend lots of time in here creating their own designs and things like that, and actually selling them on the auction house. Of course, online you can race. You got your car clubs, rivals, leaderboards. Of course, the auction house. And you can have your own storefront and things like that, where just sell your cars and your designs. Of course, Auto Vista mode is where you get to come and look at the car in depth. There's not a lot here, unfortunately. It's not every car in the game. Of course, you got the Warthog there that I unlocked and showed the video previously about it. And of course, free to play. You can just come in here and pretty much pick any car you want, any track you want, just go give it a run. And then marketplace is where they're going to start putting cars and tracks and Auto Vista cars up for you to purchase with Microsoft points. They're supposed to be doing a batch every month, I guess, for the next year or something like that, I heard, so that's pretty cool. But there you have it. That's the menu system, and that's the menu system. Now, as far as season mode is concerned, I'm in season 5 right now, and I believe it has 14 races, and a couple of them have multiple heats. There's up to, I think, 10 or 11 seasons. So, and every season you go into, you get more and more races. So you can just imagine, how that builds up and can create a really, really deep and long game here. Now, as far as when you're racing in those seasons, you're going to be gaining 2 levels. One is a driver level, and one's an affinity level. Now, the driver level, you just earn XP every time you race, and when that level's up, you get to choose a new car. Well, instead of like Forza 3, where they would just give you a car, any car, just a random car, you actually get to choose what kind of car you want out of about 4 or 5 selections they'll give you. So it's not any car in the game, but at least it's more of you get to have a little bit more control over what car you get. Now, granted, you're not always going to like the cars that they have available for you, but it's still pretty cool that you get to choose. Now, as far as the affinity level, that basically means whatever manufacturer you're running in the race is going to gain XP also. So say like I'm running Ford cars, I'm going to be gaining an affinity level, and at one point, like when you hit the affinity level, you're going to get credits, and you're also going to get a bonus towards upgrades, like 25% off, 50% off, and you'll actually get to the point where they're 100% free. So no matter, once you hit that level, say with Ford, no matter what Ford car you're in, you're going to get a 100% discount on the upgrades, which is pretty cool. But then that level still goes up, and you'll just get more and more credits as it goes. So, like, the season mode is just really deep and really cool, and those additions of the different, the affinity level and the driver level, and being able to get a car every time you level up is pretty cool, and it kind of makes you keep going to see what else you can get. So there you have it, my review of Forza 4. I'm going to be giving it a 9.5 out of 10. I think it's one of the the best racing games ever made. It's got depth to it. I've played about 20-25 hours, and I'm at like 11% on season mode. So it just has tons of depth to it, and you talk about more bang for your buck when it comes to car buying. I mean, this is more bang for your buck when it's coming to games. I mean, outside of maybe Skyrim and maybe Arkham City, I mean, this is going to be the most, the game you can sink the most hours into this holiday season. So please check out my videos, and thanks for watching.